Today we will discuss grain rules. As per SOLAS, all vessels have to have a minimum GM after loading cargo of about at least 0.15 meters. But when you are loading grain and departing from a port, the minimum GM required is at least zero point 0.3. Now, why do you require more GM if vessel is loaded with grain? The answer is grain is liable to shift because its angle of repose is less than 30 degrees. So what is this angle of repose? If you have a flat surface like a table and you pour a bulk cargo, you get a mountain shape, and the angle which this slope makes with the horizontal, this angle, this is known as angle of repose. So for grain it is less than 30 degrees. For other bulk cargos, it is more than 30 degrees. So any cargo with like grain having less angle of repose less than 30 degrees is more liable to shift. So in case your vessel rolls more than 30 degrees and you are loaded with grain and your hold is slack, the grain will shift. So that's why they keep a larger GM, because it is liable to shift. So there are two reasons why a larger GM is kept for grain. The first is that in case grain shifts due to rolling, the angle of list is small if you have a large GM. If you have a small GM and the grain shifts, the same amount of grain shifts, the angle of list is large. The second reason is whenever any bulk cargo shifts due to rolling, then the GM of the vessel reduces. So why does this happen? Whenever any bulk cargo shifts due to rolling, GM of the vessel reduces. So why does this happen? Let's see. This is a hold which is filled partly with grain. Starboard side, port side, main deck, cargo hold, and vessel rolls more than 30 degrees to starboard. So this is the new level of grain. This was the earlier level, and this is the shape of the grain cargo remaining. Earlier the shape was like this, box shape. So when this grain shifts like this, so this level I can make like this, and once it shifts it looks like this. So this part of the grain, this wedge of the grain shifts to this part of the hole. Now center of gravity of this wedge is somewhere here. So distance from the keel, okay, kg of this part of the grain, let's say 1 meter. This distance is 1 meter. And once this wedge of grain shifts here, center of gravity of this grain is here, and distance from the keel is, now this distance you can see is more than this distance. That means the center of gravity of the cargo has shifted to starboard as well as up. So whenever center of the gravity of cargo shifts up, if this is your ship and this is the center of gravity of the ship. So whenever any cargo shifts up, center of gravity also goes up. In this case, it has shifted to starboard as well as up. So center of gravity of the ship also shifts to starboard and up. So earlier GM was this one, and now the new GM has come here. So now the new GM is G1M, and you can see the new GM is less than the earlier GM. That's why SOLAS regulation says you must have a GM of 0.3 meters prior to sailing, because when the grain shifts, the center of the gravity comes up and the new GM also becomes less than 0.3. So that is the reason. Now, another SOLAS regulation for grain is that before departure port, after loading any cargo, allowable list is maximum half. But if you are loading with grain, if you have loaded grain and if you are going to sail out from the port, then the allowable list is 0. In SOLAS, it is given vessel to be upright prior to sailing if you are loading grain. So this is another regulation. Now the last regulation, the extra calculations we have to do for every ship we do before sailing out from the port. We make sure your SFG, shearing force, bending moments, GM all complies with SOLAS. This should be less than 100%. GM for other cargos at least 0.15 meters. For grain, we have to do this GM at least 0.3 plus one more calculation, that is called calculating the heeling moments. Now what is this? If you are loading grain, like all ships have a stability booklet. If you are loading grain, you will have this stability booklet which gives you all this, plus you will have a grain stability booklet. Now this booklet will give you the allowable heeling moment when you are loading with grain cargo. So from this booklet, if you know the displacement of the vessel, kg of the vessel, km, you can find out the allowable heeling moment. Let's say you got an answer of 1000. Allowable heeling moment 1000. And then you have to calculate the heeling moment of each hatch which is partly filled. Hatch 1, 2, 3. Any hatch which is empty has a heeling moment of 0. Any hatch which is full also has a heeling moment of 0. But any hatch which is partly full will have some heeling moment. And this can be got from the grain stability booklet. Let's say heeling moment of hatch 3. Knowing the SF of the cargo and the quantity of cargo loaded in hatch 3 and the total cubic capacity of the hold, you can get the heeling moment of hatch 3. Let's say you got 900. And these hatches were either empty or full. Oh, sorry, these two. So your total heeling moments of all the hatches are 900 plus 0 plus 0, which is 900, allowable 1000. So if your total heeling moments are less than allowable, you are safe to sail out. But suppose your heeling moments, you had two hatches slack and one full or empty, and each had a heeling moment of, let's say, 900. Hatch 3 900, hatch 2 900. So total heeling moments would be 1800, which is more than the allowable heeling moment of 1000. So you cannot sail. So in this case, you have 2 or 3 options. This you cannot change. You can reduce this. So there are 2 or 3 options. One is the slack hold, you can make it full or empty, or nearly full or nearly empty. Nearly full is also got a heeling moment of almost 0, and nearly empty is also almost 0. That is one option. Second option is This slack hold, you can cover it with tarpaulin and lash it with wires. That is called strapping. Strapping of cargo. Once you do this, grain will not shift in case vessel rolls even more than 30 degrees, and heeling moment of this hatch will be 0. So total heeling moment will only be hatch 3, 900, and you can sail out. Second option is, third option you can say. First option was to keep the hatch full or empty. Second option was strapping, and the last option is bagging. Bagging means this slack hatch you can overstow with bagged cargo. The same cargo put in bags over the bulk cargo. Again, you get a heeling moment of 0 for this hold. Total heeling moment is only one hatch slack, 900. You can sail out. Now, the last thing we want to do in grain, we want to learn in grain heeling moment is why do we calculate heeling moments? If you do not calculate heeling moment and you sail out and you have lot of slack hatches, grain cargo can shift if vessel rolls more than 30 degrees, and the list can be large and vessel can capsize. And same thing happens if you calculate heeling moments, but your heeling moments are more than allowable and you sail out, same thing can happen. Large list, vessel can capsize. Now, if you calculate heeling moments and your heeling moments are less than allowable, you are allowed to sail out. Normally, in a handy-sized vessel with 5 hatches, keeping one hatch slack will give you this criteria. Your actual heeling moments will be less than allowable and you can sail out. Other hatches will normally be full or empty. So one has slack. Now your actual heeling moments are less than allowable, you have sailed out. Your GM is also more than 0.3. In case you have rough weather, vessel rolls more than 30 degrees, 30 degrees. Will the cargo shift in hatch 3? Yes. Will the vessel be listed? Yes. But in this case, the list will be small. And vessel can survive that list and reach the next port safely. That is the purpose of calculating heeling moments and ensuring they are less than the allowable, so that vessel can survive the list. And in case you do not calculate this, the list will be large, vessel can capsize.